Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy, BBO Sports TV. We back with another video, man. I know people want to talk about this. So Paula Malignaggi makes some great points on his podcast talking about the direct parallel of how Adrien Broner's career went and how Tank Davis's career is going. And his opinion to me was pretty spot on. Basically what he said was he felt like Tank was created, as he put in his own words, a manufactured star. And he said Adrien Broner was an organic star, a guy who went there, worked hard, and took on very, very tough fights to get in that position. And you know what? I agree with Paulie to an extent. Adrien Broner took on some very tough fights that he really had no business being in. Fighting McDonald was not a good fight for him. He actually did really great, but, until he didn't. But the one thing I will say is when you heard Paula Malignaggi break down how slowly and how they bought Tank Davis or Abdul Wahid along with such minimal risk, it makes a lot of sense. Because if you look at Adrien Broner's resume, the brother fought the who's who of boxing of his era. Only fighter he really didn't get was the guys way bigger than him, like a Danny Garcia, a Keith one-time Thurman, a Errol Spence. Those guys were kind of small, but we're kind of too big for him. He was kind of small. But keep in mind, Adrien Broner is the same guy that put Sean Porter on his pockets for the first time. This is before he fought Kell Brook. This is before, he fought Alexander for the title. This is something I can say for sure. Adrien Broner did not pick and choose he was going to fight. Adrien Broner wanted the toughest fights, and he fought them. And that's what garnered him all that respect and love. When it comes to what Paulie's saying, some will say he's hating. But the sad thing is, if you're a traditional boxing fan, who has Tank fought? Who has Tank been in the ring where you said, man, this guy's going to kick Tank's ass? Tank has to bring his A game. He hasn't done it. And the thing also that Paulie brought up was the fact that it seems like they want to push a narrative where they get the guys who were ghetto and those guys who got a lot of the hood, reflections of the hood, the tattoos, the speech, the mean disposition. They seem to gravitate to those guys, but they don't want to do like they did with Sugar Ray Leonard and put out class act guys like Andre Ward or even Shakur Sanchez. Because, other than Shakur Sanchez punching that woman in the back of the head, he really has been an upstanding citizen. You hear nothing really from him. He's married, has a beautiful daughter. We all know his beautiful daughter he almost knocked you out. So we already know the man's a family man. But I'll tell you this, the thing that Paulie's doing is telling the truth. I'm starting to really believe that Abdul Wahid's whole reign as a fighter is very manufactured. And whatever mistakes they feel like they made with Adrien Broner, they feel like they corrected and alleviated with Tank Davis. Because Tank Davis, even Errol Spence said it, you don't fight nobody. Now, you trying to tell me the guys that are growing up with him in that same stable are going to make this up? The fact is this, whether you like Paulie or you don't like him, the truth is the truth. Abdul Wahid is very, very much manufactured. That doesn't mean he's not a great fighter. That doesn't mean he's not entertaining. His best win is against Pedraza, who barely could make the weight anymore, who actually looked better when he went up to lightweight. So, if you want to continue to say, hey, he did this, he did that, I'm telling you, man, you're fooling yourselves and you're only hurting yourselves. They did everything, in their opinion, right with Tank that they didn't do with Adrien Broner. And shout out to Paula Malignaggi for bringing that up, because Paulie said it best. You can critique my career, but yeah, Paulie went to bed a few times in the ring, but guess what? Paulie fought the who's who. He fought the Ricky Hatton. He fought all those guys. So we got to give credit where credit's due. You know what I think. Tell me what you think. And like I said, if you want to support, man, keep the lights on here, man. Definitely hit the super thanks. Very much appreciated. Everything's appreciated. It's your boy, BBO Boxing. My bad, BBO Sports TV. You know we're doing a rebranding. Like, comment, subscribe, and we gone. Peace.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
Shout out to the whole YTBC, and definitely shout out to BVO Boxing. Go check him out on YouTube. One of the dopest content creators.
BVO Basket.